Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, time for another viewer spotlight, and this one's kind of special. You may recognise the name of the person this is from. This is from Versitonic, who of course is very frequently on the stream with myself, Circumflexes and Fosh, and he's given me this replay of his T34 Ace Mastery game. And I'm actually doing a thing here. I know what the end result is, but I haven't actually watched this, so I am doing this without having watched it before. I know what the score screen is, but apart from that, I don't know anything about how this battle goes. So, Versi has obviously noticed a stray leg hair or two here and has gone to fetch his shaving kit, clearly. Well, it's the new map, it's the revamped Swamp, and I don't think anyone quite knows what they're doing on this map yet, but I think it's one of these, your guess is as good as anyone else's until until people have figured out roughly what tactics. So he's top tier and he's in a T34, and that's always nice. So there we go, first damage against an incautious medium who rushed into the middle. An even more incautious scout. The reload on this time, this thing is a right royal pain. But it's, I actually quite like the tank though. It's pretty decent all round. So yeah, just looking for more targets. Oh, that guy's scout's dead. There's a medium 3 apparently in this match. Yeah, medium 3 was platooned with the Stewart. They fell afoul of the scout matchmaking there. Versi, of course, immediately being the generous and nice guy he is, decides to pick on the medium 3, but it doesn't work out, unfortunately. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's a kind of fan of tanks along the 7 line. There's some nice defensible terrain for the enemy team there. There's no artillery on either side, so that's not really a concern, because it's not like they're going to fire in from another map. But there's an enemy T34 up there on high ground, and that could be problematic. But the main clump of enemy tanks does seem to be in the southeast corner there. And it looks like maybe Versi is going to work his way over there. Oh! Ouch. That was the enemy T34. This crater is not quite deep enough for proper hull down. Because he was AFK for a little bit at the beginning there, it's put him at a slight disadvantage, because the T34 is not the fastest tank, so he's effectively caught in the open right now. It's not the best place to be. Cover would be ideal, but getting to cover without getting shot to pieces. It's definitely harder doing it this way than knowing what's happening in advance, but oh, ouch. So he's lost half his hit points already, but you know, 3-4, 3 minutes in the battle, it's not looking like a complete disaster. Our team in the south is looking a bit outnumbered, so clearly Versi's going, he's spotted that, he's going that way, and he's going to back them up with his firepower. It's just unfortunate he's lost so many hit points up to this point, but you know, it's not like the rest of the team has been completely inactive. They've obviously done some damage against these guys. Can he get a shot on... no, there's a bit of terrain in the way there. Now if you can get hull down against these fellas, that's going to be ideal. That's an IS-3 out the way, so that's one less thing. And... oof. Bam. That T-43 got lucky there though, with that roll. Oh, that's one less, that's the E-25 out. And 5-5 now, we're kind of equally matched, but the north is actually now looking very, very weak. There's just a single Panther left there now, so he's going for the top of the turret, and there we go. You can actually shoot an IS-6 there. It's not the easiest weak spot to hit, but it's possible. Most of the IS series, from like the IS-3, IS-6, it depends where you're shooting from and what you're shooting with, but the tier 8 ISs certainly have got weak turret tops. Oh, there we go, side of a Tiger P. You don't want to miss that. That's just too juicy a target. Somehow that Panther on our side is still left alive, but no, just as I said that, he died. Now that's 3 top tiers now coming down to... well, the T-44 is almost certainly going to flank. T34 might go through the middle. Oh, ouch. That was a nasty hit to take. 2k damage though, and he took out the IS-6, but he's now very low health. Oh, okay, the balance is starting to maybe tip in the enemy team's favour. Ooh, that missed. That was, they probably would have bounced off his turret anyway, but you don't want to take the risk. So he's using the terrain here fairly well. And that T-150 back there is not that much of a threat, but oof, critical hit. Oh, okay, that is with a T-34 shell. That is fairly annoying when that happens. That is a 105mm shell, but there we go, right through the gun mantlet. This thing has got like penetration of a tier 9 gun, maybe. Well, it is a tier 9 gun, but you see this penetration on. God, I think the mouse gun has got this level of pen. Now watch the T-44 on the map behind. He's low health. Fortunately, he's not looking at Versi. There you go, he's dead. But the T-34 is on that side as well. So Versi's looking for a shot on this Tiger. Tiger P rather, or possibly the Tiger 2, whichever presents itself first. I don't know, what is that T-34-85 doing all the way up there? Oh, 87. Side of an 87. Never say no to an invitation like that. What else can we shoot at? Tiger P is taking cover. 87 is going to be looking his way. Yep. It's obviously behind a wreck or something because Versi wasn't getting any. He wasn't getting any armor indicator on his reticle at all there, so he sort of had to guess. Oh, that is unlucky. Obviously hit the rear armor at an auto bounce angle. That would have been a nice kill, and who knows, possibly even an important kill. Oh, ouch. Can he? Oh, that was a good guess. But yeah, that thing can fire pretty fast. Oh, he's out though, that's good. Uh-oh, ELC. I suppose an ELC on the move. T-34 is approaching his position. This could be nasty. E25 is down. Right. Will Versi turn to face this intrudulating T-34? Everyone's very low health right now, but the IS-3 still got like 40% hit points. Oh, was the T-34 aiming at him? I think he might have been. Ah, no, that missed, no. Versi, I feel your pain. Oh, that's the kind of miss you do not want to happen, especially at this critical juncture. 11-10. This is so close. And there's still a Lerva around somewhere in the north. There's a T-43. And he's now, Versi's now on top of the hill, so he's lost his terrain advantage completely. Oh, there he is. That guy's going up there. Nice. Okay, back up, back up. Oh, shot the Rex. That's fine. That's smart using those as cover, but he's still exposing a fair bit of his tank there. Centurion's very low health. Centurion's a one shot. IS-3 is actually nearly 50%, so that's looking alright. ELC has gone up there to, I don't know, go TD mode maybe, or just spot. Versi's trying to hide his hull as much as possible. The T-34 firing out at him right now, there's a chance it would bounce off his side, but can he? Ah, yes, nice, nice. Okay, that's the biggest threat that was left out. But there's still that Lerva left, remember. So this all hinges on, you know, it's 3 versus 3. Oh. Now, I'm not quite sure why it's 3 versus 3. It says 13-10, so I can only assume that some of the enemy team managed to drown themselves, and I just didn't notice. Because it is possible to, I suppose, if you go into the water in the wrong places on this map, foolishly. That's the only way I can think of that it would be 13-10. So, Versi's being ultra cautious now. He's done 4k damage, which is... This gun has really nice alpha, but with the reload and the relatively weak hull, that's pretty good going for 4k damage. Over 4k damage. I think he might be making a slight mistake at the moment. He's obviously wanting to watch his back from the T-43 because... yeah, he's asking, are they AFK? The T-43 was last seen in the north. That could be a threat because he is a one-shot for a T-43. This guy would just... If he came up behind Versi, there's nothing he can do. We don't know the health of these guys. The Lurva we haven't actually seen for a while. He hasn't been spotted. And I don't know what happened with that guy. Maybe he had to go away from his keyboard, or I don't know. But we haven't seen him for a bit. He hasn't been supporting his team. He's obviously just camped himself somewhere and has just been quietly humming. Versi, you go, I'll defend. That's not a bad strategy, because the T43, the ones that are left aren't massively fast. The Centurion's very low health. If the T43 started capping, would they be able to get back in time necessarily? Maybe, maybe not. Depends if the Centurion was able to get off a shot before the T43 was, and also what ammo the T43 was using. So he's cautiously moving up on this terrain here. He might have been a little far over, actually, exposing his side, but he wants to support this IS-3 as it's exploring cautiously. And we're getting a bit short on time now. We're 4 minutes, just 4 minutes and a bit. The IS-3 is being pretty cautious, but bear in mind, I don't know, maybe none of them know what health the Lurva is left at. Yeah, that's a good point, Versi. Why has the Centurion stopped? So it might actually be possible to go through the water there. It looks like Versi's going that way. Yeah, I haven't actually been through this part on this map yet myself. So I'm... the last time I played... I have played this map like once since the patch came out, since 8.8. Otherwise, the last time I played it was a long, long time ago, before all the changes. Well, either they're camping really hard, or... I don't know. And I don't know what the friendly Centurion has... They've suddenly just stopped. That is a bit peculiar. Oh ho, surprise Lurva, and he's full health. Wow, that guy was a hardcore pro camper. Okay, so he decided, oh, I'll go back and defend the cap. After obviously not really contributing anything to his team, and I happen to know that because I've seen the team score. Mr. Lurva was, you know, he was in the top half, but frankly, he was not pulling his weight. But there we go, IS-3 is on one side, Versus coming up this side, but the problem is... Yeah, can he get there in time? I mean, IS-3's taken a hit already, I know you guys can't see that, but... oh, IS-3's taken another hit, he's really low health. And there's that T43, who... Wow, the T43 really did nothing at all in this match. And I know it's not everyone's favourite tank, but he could have done so much more. Ah, okay, Versi's now alone, this is not good. And he's against a hull-down Lurva, and it's actually easier for the hull-down Lurva to hurt him than the other way around. Hull-down Lurva decides that he can't be bothered with having a tactical advantage and just goes YOLO. And manages to bounce on Versi's hull. Or was that Versi's turret? It's probably more likely to be Versi's turret. Yeah, that Lurva was not a good player, especially. He had an advantage and just threw it away. Just, yeah. Centurion is not moving. Centurion has left the game, or I don't know. Centurion should be going back to the cap. Centurion isn't moving. This is not looking good. I don't think Versi can get back in time at this point. And yeah, maybe he can at least take out this Lurva. Trying to get the... It's possible to get the command attachment on a Lurva, but it's really... It's a very low hatch and it's tricky, and even with his good gun depression, struggling to... there we go. That guy was... You know, okay, he did a bit of damage. I'm looking at his final scores now. He did 2k damage and he had 1 kill, but... he was not a particularly good player. Unfortunately, the AFK Lurva, AFK Centurion rather, who did not do awfully, decided to, I don't know, go away for, I don't know, he disappeared. He went off to his origami folding class, or his flower arranging class, or his yoga class, or I don't know. But he went to do something that was more important. I don't. Maybe I'm being completely unfair. You know, maybe there was something important that came up and they had to go away from the computer. That happens sometimes. This is, after all, a game. But it was a disappointing result in the end. But let's look at the scores. Even though it was a disappointing result, and it was kind of a gutting loss because Versi worked pretty hard there. The IS3 worked fairly hard. The rest of the team didn't really do that well, especially. I mean, there's an FCM down at the bottom there that did nothing basically. They obviously weren't playing that to its full potential. There's some tank, most of the lower tier mediums okay. Harder to do damage when you're in that situation, but I think Versi, damage wise, I mean, he really outperformed the rest of his team there. He had the best damage count in the whole match. It was his ace tanker game. He got a steel wall and now was that Spartan or cool headed? I can't remember because when you upload, I'm looking at the Watt replays, and when you upload something to a Watt replays, it gives the medal as sturdy, so it's one of those two. I'll look it up afterwards and berate myself in the captions. So, yeah, this was a bit disappointing, but still, ace tanker, you can't really complain about that, and the profit and the XP, quite nice. So, if you enjoyed this match, disappointing result though it had, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment, you can check out Versi's channel, though I don't think he really has anything on there as of yet, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.